Luqas chapter 2. And it came to be in those days that a decree went out from Caesar Augustus for all the world to be registered. This took place as a first registration while Quirinius was governing Syria, and all were going to be registered, each one to his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city Nazareth to Yehuda, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be registered with Miriam, who was engaged to him, being pregnant. And it came to be that while they were there, the days were filled for her to give birth. And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him up, and laid him down in a feeding trough, because there was no room for them in a lodging place. And in the same country there were shepherds living out in the fields, keeping watch over their flock by night. And look, a messenger of Yah stood before them, and the esteem of Yah shone around them, and they were greatly afraid. And the messenger said to them, Do not be afraid, for look, I bring you good news of great joy, which shall be to all people. Because there was born to you today in the city of David a Savior, who is Messiah, the Master. And this is the sign to you. You shall find a baby wrapped up, lying in a feeding trough. And suddenly there was with the messenger a crowd of the heavenly hosts, praising Elohim and saying, Esteem to Elohim in the highest, and on earth peace among men with whom he is pleased. And it came to be, when the messengers had gone away from them into the heaven, that the shepherds said to each other, Indeed, let us go to Bethlehem, and see this matter that has taken place, which the Master has made known to us. And they came in haste and found Miriam and Joseph and the baby lying in a feeding trough. And having seen, they made known the matter which was spoken to them concerning the child. And all those who heard marveled at what the shepherds said to them. But Miriam kept all these matters, considering them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, boasting and praising Elohim for all they had heard and seen, as it was spoken to them. And when 8 days were completed for him to be circumcised, his name was called Yahusha, the name given by the messenger before he was conceived in the womb. When the days of her cleansing according to the Torah of Moshe were completed, they brought him to Yerushalayim to present him to Yah. And as it has been written in the Torah of Yah, every male who opens the womb shall be called set apart to Yah, and to give an offering according to what it is said in the Torah of Yah, a pair of turtle doves and 2 young pigeons. And see, there was a man in Yerushalayim whose name was Shimon, and this man was righteous and dedicated, looking for the comforting of Israel, and the set-apart spirit was upon him. And it had been revealed to him by the set-apart spirit that he would not see death before he sees the Messiah of Yahusha. And he came in the spirit into the set-apart place. And as the parents brought in the child Yahusha to do for him according to the usual practice of the Torah, then he took him up in his arms and blessed Elohim and said, Now let your servant go in peace, O Master, according to your word. For my eyes have seen your deliverance, which you have prepared before the face of all the peoples, a light for the unveiling of the nations, and the esteem of your people Israel. And Joseph and his mother were marveling at what was said about him. And Shimon blessed them and said to Miriam his mother, See, this one is set for a fall in rising of many in Israel, and for a sign spoken against, and a sword shall pierce through your own being also, so as to reveal the thoughts of many hearts. And there was Hannah, a prophetess, a daughter of Penuel, of the tribe of Asher. She was advanced in years, and had lived with her husband 70 years from her maidenhood. And she was a widow of about 84 years, who did not leave the set-apart place, but served Elohim with fastings and prayers night and day. And she, coming in at that moment, gave thanks to Yah and spoke of him to all who were waiting for redemption in Yerushalayim. And when they had accomplished all matters according to the Torah of Yah, they returned to Galilee, to their city Nazareth. And the child grew and became strong in spirit, being filled with wisdom, and the favor of Elohim was upon him. And his parents went to Yerushalayim every year at the festival of the Pesach. And when he was 12 years old, he went up to Yerushalayim according to the practice of the festival. When they had accomplished the days as they returned, The child Yahusha stayed behind in Yerushalayim, and his parents did not know it. But thinking he was in company, they went a day's journey and were seeking him among the relatives and friends. And not having found him, they returned to Yerushalayim seeking him. And it came to be after 3 days that they found him in the set-apart place, sitting in the midst of the teachers, both listening to them and asking them questions. And all who heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers. And having seen him, they were amazed. His mother said to him, "Son, why have you done this to us? See, your father and I have been anxiously seeking you." And he said to them, "Why were you seeking me? Did you not know that I had to be in the matters of my father?" They did not understand the word which he spoke to them. And he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was subject to them. But his mother kept all these matters in her heart. And Yahusha increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with Elohim and men.